So I did a video sharing about the fake alien invasion agenda that the Spiritual Knight have been trying to plan, and some people saying, well, aliens are real. This is what I would say about aliens, is that they are just interdimensional beings. So other beings, like you might call them aliens, they do exist within the other dimensions. They might even exist, other species of being might even exist on this plane outside of the ice walls. So there's so much more land to be discovered, and it's possible that there's many other beings. We might call them aliens, or we might call them like a different species and say, oh, you know, they're not of this earth, but they could be, you know. It's just that we don't know them of this earth because we're trapped in a little small area of earth. But aliens, I would say they're interdimensional beings, and we have like alien guides, if you want to call them aliens, beings who have existed in different realities, like the different star constellations and, you know, the different star seeds and stuff. It's possible we've lived those lives, or we have parts of beings from those star seeds in us. People talk about them, some of them being part of our higher selves and stuff. And so yes, I do believe that interdimensional beings exist, but I don't believe that aliens, in the sense that people say aliens are, could come and fly down on a UFO and land on Earth and, you know, invade. They've already been here, but in us, you know, and in the other dimensions, or maybe on the external parts of this land. But I do believe that we're under a dome in the firmament, and so I don't believe that alien spacecraft can come down from Mars, you know, and penetrate the dome. So it's possible that alien ships or interdimensional ships could just turn up here through the dimensions. It's possible that some of the ships are actually from outside of the ice wall. It's also possible that some of the UFO crafts are just humans because I've seen images and heard of stories and texts that talk about UFO craft flying around when Jesus was around and Moses was around, and that basically they were us, like they were technology and aircraft that we flew around in, and it was just humans getting about. That was part of our technology that we had with Tartaria and things like that, and obviously even before Tartaria, if it was when Jesus was around. And what's interesting is, if you think about it, when people say, oh, they've seen the future, what if they actually have seen the past? Because if you think about the technology we might have had in the past, perhaps now if you looked at it, you would think it was the future. Because obviously there was many advanced civilizations before us. And part of me, like, and I don't know if this is true, but I get this feeling in my head, it's like, what if time on Earth is like a circle? So like we're on this side of the circle, and the future and the past is the same, but on that side of the circle. And it's like, say Jesus and Mary, they are on that side of the circle and we're here. And like, what if like we're going, oh yeah, the past was Jesus and Mary, that's when they came. But what if we're gonna see Jesus and Mary arrive on this earth and end up at this part of the timeline, and then write all these history books about Jesus and Mary, they were here and this is what Jesus taught, and then you get round to this side of the circle again and we're here now looking at these texts like the Bible going, oh, that was in the past, Jesus and Mary were here. Like, what if it's just a complete circle, and right now we're writing what eventually ends up being the Bible and all the religious texts, and it just keeps going around in this circle where we keep reliving and recreating history or the future. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. In my head I'm like, I can see it, I can understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, just some things to think about.